Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. And as Crimsix roasts the London guys for a performance in a matchup just a couple of days ago, the Challengers Cups have officially got underway and some proper competition going on here in Call of Duty Vanguard, but concerns immediately being raised about cheaters in the game. Very much intrigued your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoy the video, hitting that like button is the best thing you can do to help this channel reach new people, and please consider subscribing as well if you have not yet already. Firstly, as Simp says right here, what a day to watch some Challengers COD. So finally, there's some official tournaments being put on by the CDL that these pros or challenger players can play in. The problem is these tourneys aren't exactly as we would like them to be, because there's no third game mode being played right now. They were talking about delaying it, right? I'm pretty sure there is still some prize money for these tourneys, but none of the points that you win here actually matter towards your season standings, because it's not really considered an official tourney, because there's no third game mode yet that's realistically playable, right? Like Control just does not work right now. So these games were being played at Search and Destroy, Hardpoint, Search, Hardpoint, Search. So, you know, there was 3 searches, 2 hardpoints, which isn't the end of the world, to be honest, especially for tournaments like this. And it definitely gives a good indication which teams are looking particularly strong at the present time. Also then, Latin America, a new region coming into effect. There's of course the Latin America region now, in addition to Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and also North America. So great to see them bringing in this region. One of the steps they have taken in the right direction. These are the top 8 teams going into the Sunday. Also in the APAC region, these are the top 8 teams. By the time this video goes live, I'm sure a winner will have been crowned. It's more than likely going to be some of the usual suspects from that region, but wanted to look also at the European side of things. So these were the top 8 teams that made it over there. So of course some of the Spanish guys, many of these players that we would imagine you know, at some point might get a spot in the CDL, but it's just going to be difficult to do so given the state of it right now. Of course there is still some money on the line for these tournaments, so they're going to try and do their best to make this game work as best as it possibly can be. You know, guys like Vortex, Harry, like you know, this team definitely has some potential. This is the North American side then, so these are the teams that make it all the way to top 8. Interestingly, of course, this team of Mohawk, Proloop, Saints, and Spart, this team that is definitely like, it's honestly chaos in Challengers, right? Because Saints was like off this team, he was out of there with the new squad, and then they kind of bring it back to the same squad that last year they won Challengers Champs with, and yeah, Kismet and Co are here. You'll notice that Censor's team, it didn't quite make it. Havok and Co are also making it through, and Team Canada as well. This is Parasite squad at the present time. They're making a run, and Vickle actually, who came over from Spain, he's making a good run with his new team as well, Real Madrid. Kind of entertaining. So, well, these are the top 8 squads. This I also wanted to look at kind of, well, the prize pool up rankings for the top 16 squads, because Censor's team right here, unfortunately, Zinx, Bracken, Proto, and Co, they fall just short. It's Swamp Legion, they call themselves. So yeah, Censor and Co don't quite make it all the way to top 8. There's still some money on the line here, but yeah, no Challengers points up for grabs at this point. Doesn't matter then all that much. West, you can see also a top 16 finisher, but always a good time regardless to see how these teams are faring up in the Challenger side. Now at Doug Center Masters, of course, he's been a big discussion the last few days. Like, if he's shirtless, is he going to win all the tournaments? Doesn't seem like that was the case right now. There was a clip that came out of him playing, you know, he was playing, I think, Berlin hardpoint. He was definitely getting a fair few kills. There was some talk about, you know, should he have got in the hardpoint there? Should he have not got in the hardpoint? But maybe I'll share that for you guys at the end of the video. This also from Doug that he kind of did the classic, I'm pretty sure this is the formal thing, and he honestly preempted this. So he tweets out, I feel great today, early in the morning, kind of like getting ready to go for Challengers, right? Is Doug going to win the entire event? And well, of course, he wouldn't be able to do it in the single day, but yeah, maybe Doug Martin does these type of things, and then when he gets knocked out of the tournament, he drops the loss full of the timeline, right? So that's the kind of, I feel great today, the loss full. Pretty sure formal originated that one, but yeah, Doug Martin gives it a good go right here. But of course, it's not just about Doug and the other guys that are competing. There are some serious concerns right now about some of the cheaters that are actually playing in these Challenger tournaments, and that really is the problem right now. We talked about this last year when the Challenger tournaments kicked off, and Doug was very adamant about the fact that, look, there has to be some sort of anti-cheat in the game to actually prevent some of this stuff. The problem is, Ricochet exists and is being rolled on into Warzone, but for some reason hasn't been added into multiplayer. I don't know how they have to adapt it for multiplayer. I'm not really sure what the plan is over there. I don't know how long that's going to take, but we didn't see anything on the roadmap for Season 1 that it was going to be anywhere close for the actual anti-cheat arriving into multiplayer. We don't even really know how well it works. Now, there's some problems here with the Challengers right now, and one of the big problems that the pros have been discussing is, let's say you're using a particular weapon, it's pretty much impossible to tell what attachments they have on the gun, unless you just die really quickly and you're like, okay, wow, how did I die so quick? Was it damage bags? I can't tell 100% sure, because in previous titles, if you die to someone and you watch the kill cam, you can see what attachments they have on their weapon in the top right left-hand corner. This game, that's not the thing. So you just can't tell if someone's using something which is effectively banned in the rule set, which being damage mags, right, which is going to try to give you more damage. It's way too strong. If you're not using them, then you know, you're at a serious disadvantage. But you can't tell 100% guaranteed that someone is using them on the other squads. Maybe they just, you know, got a kill that looks somewhat suspect, but it could be internet, right? It's tough to say. Now, the other part of this, which is obviously like just straight up cheating, right, is soft walling. So soft walling, as it's kind of Saint refers to in the reply right here, like as someone who obviously has wall hacks, right? They can just turn it on and see exactly where you are through all the walls, but you know, they don't have it on all the time, right, to not make it obvious. That's kind of the thing, right? If you're a solid player, like if you're decent at search and destroy and decent at Call of Duty in general, and you know, you have the wall hacks on, you can probably only use them in circumstances where it's really going to help your team, right? Maybe you just turn them on for a round 11, see if they're rushing A or B or something, and then can call it out to your team. Don't necessarily use them to just straight up see through the wall on the time to make it obvious, but just use them as some sort of information, right? And who knows who's using this stuff, because there's no anti-cheat in the game right now. It's impossible to tell who's using it, who's not, and Saints reckons, despite making it all the way to top 8, that yeah, some of these guys right here that maybe he's playing against, or some other top players, who really knows, are actually using some of this stuff in the game right now. I haven't seen any particular clips coming out yet to this effect, but I'll definitely be keeping my eyes peeled for anything that could be going on this front, because yes, cheating in challenges is, well, in the CDL in general, has been a discussion pretty much since we went to this online era not too long ago. This, of course, we already talked about, right, with the kind of exactly what soft walling refers to. This also from Trey Zero, of course, over the London Royal Ravens. Lost a bit of weight now, I'm feeling like Doug Sintomato, so Zero looking good. Fantastic to see. He also talked about this, though, right, it's not incredibly pleased with the state of the game right now, because, of course, packet burst is still kind of a problem in the game. And yeah, there's packet burst, there's other things in the title as well. But again, Zero not necessarily too happy with all this stuff. This also from Crimsix, right, so there's a $100,000 Pacific Pursuits going on with Atlanta FaZe and the FaZe Clan guys, with Twitch.tv/Call of Duty, 100k, this new Warzone thing. Crimsix is going to be playing in this one, but he also played a few days ago a matchup in the kind of an S&D tourney type thing up against the London Royal Ravens guys, and the trash talk was pretty immense from Crimsix, as it usually is. Very entertaining stuff. Some of the words I thought were particularly memorable.
Yeah, they're all pitching, yeah. Got one naded, bro.
We're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the other side.
Yeah.
Max Mon, dead.
Nice. No one on you, probably.
Alright, see if you
Back cover. Chasing it, Sandy.
You saw me, Eli.
Where?
You saw him going back to you, Eli.
Let's go,
Nice.
baby. Let's
Like
go,
no
baby.
Who was that? Yo, was that 2v4, you birds? Yo, after we win this map, I'm gonna go smoke a fat cig. Dual wield the Kimbo while you guys think about this L. And the reverse sweep, it's inbound. Euro chokers.
We should look.
Just to follow up from what Slasher was talking about yesterday, we looked at this, right? The spawns in this game are just straight up disrespectful. This I thought was kind of incredible, actually. This is, of course, here on Tuscan. You got in this first hardpoint. Now, for some reason, the numbers are messed up right there. You can see there's 2 number 6s on the map. And I don't really know why this happens, but yeah, it is what it is. Both of these apparently refer to Huke, but it's difficult to say. And anyway, they break into the hardpoint through the middle. Number 6, I guess that was Huke, takes down 2 kills. And okay, he goes on, Charles out right here, he gets 1 kill. Then I believe he goes on to die. As you can see right here, he gets taken down by Vivid, or at least in the kill feed. And then guess where he's going to spawn, right? This situation right now, we've got, player number 1 over here in this building. You've got player number 7 in the back. Obviously, you'd imagine that with number 5 spawning out here, that maybe Huke will spawn up over this area somewhere. Like, probably he should spawn up near his teammate number 7. That would make a lot of sense. However, the game decides that's not going to be the case and spawns number 6, that being Huke, right on the hardpoint. Like, he spawns right here in the L wall, right next to the hardpoint, and he can eventually go and get his own trade and take down the kill. Like, just incredible, to be honest. Yeah, he actually does take down Vivid. So, Slasher was right that he literally did spawn up on the hill P1 to get his own trade. Just some of these spawns, you gotta wonder, like, what is going on there? And of course, you would hope that these are kind of few and far between. Doesn't necessarily seem to be the case, though, so far with the amount of these that I've seen at the last several days. This also I wanted to follow up on from yesterday, because we discussed that potential cheating situation that apparently, like, Royal 2 is using some sort of server glitch to get on a good Seattle server, and the rest of the players in the Halo side think that, well, that shouldn't be allowed, and Sentinels are somehow cheating as a result of this. Snakebite goes on to say that pretty much 343 are actually investigating this, trying to figure out whether this is unfair or not. He goes on to explain the reason why, like, he's been having some issue with his internet service provider. That's why this is the case. But it's actually possible that Sentinels could potentially get disqualified or, like, removed from this if 343 consider this actually to be cheating. But it's kind of a strange one, to be honest. Like, well, Sentinels might not actually attend the event, right? Because if Royal 2 was not allowed to attend, then it seems like they don't want to get a substitute in and play with something different, and they're the #1 seed after this tournament they won. So could be some crazy stuff. Like, of course, it's very soon Rally actually begins, right? Just a few days time this next weekend. So, well, definitely something to keep your eyes on here. I'll be keeping you guys updated, probably on large parts of that event, because it's always entertaining to see some controller play at the very highest level with some of these players that are very well connected. And I missed this yesterday, so I thought I'd check for you guys today. This is just the best thing I think I've ever seen in my life. I'm surprised I've never seen this before. Like, as Blake tweeted out, full team on me, I'm playing my life. I have no idea how he does this. Like, this is just absurd. Like, look at this movement right here. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This guy's cracked out of his mind. And, I mean, yeah, like, full team on me, I'm playing my life. Like, this is just Simp coming down the stairs, I guess, to collect his dinner or something. Like, I just thought I'd finish off with this, because it's just beggars belief, to be honest. But very much intrigued to your thoughts and all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hitting that like button, tell us the YouTube gods, this is a good video, and I was like, you should see it as well. And help grow the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always, take care, and I will see you next time.
There's two on me, P3. There's two on me, P3. P3, dead. I'm weak, I need help. P3 on me. Yo, P5 on me, P5 on me.
I need no man.
Yeah, I'm weak. I'm not trying. P5 dead.
I
got it. Hixie's holding. Dead. Good job. I got a glide. Get time, guys. Get time for me.
I got naded. I'm gonna die.
Please get time for me, guys.
Yeah,
Carson, you could get time. I'll get off spawn. Don't worry, I'll get fire off spawn. Alright, I got fire.
One warehouse station.
I stunned over.
He went to station. I'm going station.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good play. Good job, Doug. I am working these kids! Wow, clip it!
Not today, my friend. Dude, this is like a horror movie, bro. Like, what is this, G? This is a literal, bro. Dog, I feel like I'm about to get jump scared. Got the witch's broom. Ah! Ah! Oh my goodness. Oh, that actually just showed. Here. I got y'all back. Hold up. Say less. This is my time, boys. Time to shine. I gotta save my friends. Ah! Ah! Here. Grenade! Ah! 5-piece! Oh! Well, those are my boys. We're good. Mission accomplished, baby. Come on. Now that's how you break a hard point.